Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be doing vacation makeup today because I actually am on vacation. I am sitting in the Royal Atlantis on the Palm, Dubai. Obviously, I live in Dubai, so I've come on a little staycation. It was my birthday yesterday, so I didn't want to film any content or anything. I just enjoyed myself, relaxed by the beach. But today we have got breakfast, and then I want to actually take some pictures for Instagram and stuff. So I'm actually going to be taking some content today. So I want to then head off to the beach after, to the poolside, to Nobu by the beach, which is one of my favorite beach clubs. I want my makeup to basically stay all day. Usually I wouldn't wear a lot of makeup at the pool, but because I'm taking content today for the first half of the kind of day, I need to have basically a decent makeup look on and something that will last at the pool. Now I know this lasts because I had it on yesterday, because obviously it's my birthday and I did also want to take pictures. But I just want you to know that if you do want to wear makeup by the pool, it is okay. Like, I feel like there's this weird thing, like some people are like, oh my god, you shouldn't wear, who wears makeup at the pool? Like, who wears makeup at the gym? There are some of us who do, right? And it's not because we want people to look at us or anything. It's just because you maybe feel a bit more comfortable that way. I don't always. I go to the gym with no makeup on. I go to the pool with no makeup on. But there are times that I do go with makeup on. And I want to show you what it is that I'm going to do today, which is something that is going to look flawless, but also last in the heat, is sweat proof. So let's go. I have my SPF on already. I'm going to put my moisturizer on, which is my P Calm Keto Cream. And Bobby's already down waiting for me at breakfast, so I need to make this quick. Oh, I just poked myself in the nose. The room here is amazing, by the way. It's the first time I'm staying at the Atlantis Royal, and oh my god, my favourite hotel ever. We're actually moving to another hotel today. We're moving to the one and only, which is on the Palm as well, so it's just at the other end of the Palm. And this time round, we thought we'd book places that we haven't stayed, because usually we just don't like, well, it's not that we don't like change, we just get so used to what is good, and we don't want to risk going somewhere where maybe we don't think it's that great. So this was amazing. We've already booked our next stay here. View is amazing, by the way. Can I just show you the view? Wow. Amazing. It's so beautiful. I loved waking up to this every morning. It's stunning. It's a bit hazy at the moment because it is quite humid at the moment, but wow, imagine blue sky. I bet that looks amazing. So this is my primer, my Laura Mercier blurring primer. There you go. Now, the next thing I do, because I just want to get them up and out the way, is just wax up my brows. I'm using my Urban Decay Slick Day Brow wax. I do need to get another one of these. And my greys are really coming through on my eyebrows. Such a weird place, isn't it, to get grey? Now I know why people cover them, because before I was like, forget it, I'm sure the pencil will kind of get rid of them, but now I know why people dye them, because they give this weird look to the brow. In some pictures, it just looks really bizarre. It doesn't even look like, oh, there's just a few greys there. It just looks really weird. So I do fully get it, and I might actually tint my brows now, going forward. Which is really annoying, because I don't really like them looking too dark. Because I think maybe because the white hair that grows in your brows is different to the texture of the hair, normal hair there. So it's just either really short, or it's really thick, or it's coming out somewhere. It's weird. So anyway, now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm using my Dior Forever matte foundation in 4 Warm Olive. I have been using this for years, but I have recently been had a big shift over tinted moisturizer. BK Beauty 106 brush on the back of my hand, buffing it into the brush first. But I have to say, I got back into this the other day and I was like, wow. This is I remember how much I love this and why I love it so much. An absolutely amazing foundation. So good. And it lasts all day. Wow, this just holds up in the heat so well. So can you see I'm just literally buffing it in all over. So what I actually do is whatever I get onto the brush from the back of the hand, I take that over on the sides of the face, but then whatever's left, I really buff into the forehead because I actually don't like a lot of product up there, but I do think it's important to have product there, otherwise it just looks really disconnected. This is probably the only foundation that I've used that actually does stay put. I don't feel like my skin is great today, and you're going to think this is crazy, right? Because it's only one. But I had one glass of champagne. I didn't even finish the glass of champagne, so I think it must have been half a glass of champagne yesterday. And I don't normally drink anymore, so I've cut out really drinking as much as I possibly can. Like, how has that already gone down, that brow? Like, this is another thing I'm noticing recently, is my brows have just got a mind of their own lately. It doesn't matter how much I stick them up. I don't know what's going on with them. I had one, like half a glass of champagne. I can really see it in my skin today. Like my pores and like the puffiness on my under eyes. And it's like, wow, it is really amazing what cutting this stuff out really does. It's so good. Okay, so I've got my vitamin C here. Okay, because I'm tanning and like my skin's a bit different. I'm using two concealers. One is my Tarte Shape, which is my brightening one. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that there. And the other that I'm using is my less heavier one. And it's my slightly warmer one, which is my Too Faced Born This Way in Sand. So it kind of warms it up for me a bit. Right, I've got my beauty blender. Let's just really buff that in. It was so funny yesterday. I find it really funny. Like yesterday, because it was my birthday. I mean, look, usually Bobby's really good, like, anyway. So, like, if I want pictures of stuff taken, like, he will take them for me. You know, at the end of the day, he is also part of this business, so he understands why, right? It's work as well. I'm not that person who just takes it for the sake of it. Like, obviously, it's work for me. So, you know, taking content is a big part of my work. See, I know, I can tell my skin's different today because it takes longer for me to cover. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, yesterday he was like, there was a couple of times I was like, oh, I need some pictures taken. Like, I know I said I didn't take content yesterday. I did. The only content I took yesterday was for my birthday post. So, and he was like, sure. I was like, and I'm not saying I get pushback from him. I don't. But it's the way he said it. And then he was like, any pictures you want. He goes, that's part of your birthday gift. I will just, whatever you want, like, ask away. I was like, oh my god, okay. Although I wasn't really that bad because I just wanted to chill as well. Definitely need to drink a lot of water today. I think my issue yesterday was not the half glass of champagne. I think it was I didn't have enough water. Right, this is my Rare Beauty liquid blush in Joy that I'm currently loving. I just go on and off product. No, I don't go off products. I just like forget about them. And this has re-emerged. This is my Hourglass 15 brush. So I'm just basically layering this on the top part of my cheekbone there. I really do love this colour. I was going to film this at the other hotel, but because, as you can see, the view is amazing here. I've got so much light coming into the room that I was like, I'm not sure what the room is going to be like in the other hotel. So I thought, I'll just do it here this morning because I've got to put makeup on anyway. Okay, now this is my Tarte Shape Tape. Just getting a bit of a lift there. And here. Then I get my Too Faced and I go over that, kind of warms up that bit. And also stops it from drying so quickly because the Tarte Shape Tape can kind of set quite quick. It was so cute yesterday. I was at breakfast. By the way, the breakfast here is amazing. I might actually just show you little bits through the day so you can see how my makeup lasts. I think that's a good idea. I will do that. I'm going to show you my makeup through the day so you can see, even at the pool, so you can see how this lasts. So yeah, this is the heat-proof makeup look. So okay, now I'm going to blend this. As I was saying, right, it was really cute. I went to breakfast And I went to the bread area. I was just looking for some sourdough, and I was actually in the middle, like, of doing something on my phone. So I kind of just stood there. I wasn't blocking anyone's way, but I just kind of stood there out of the way for a minute, just doing what I had to do. I kind of looked up and there was this woman looking at me with this smile on her face, and I was just like, weird. Let me just add some more blush here because I've just kind of taken some of it off. I can do that after. And I was like, I don't know, maybe she just likes my makeup or something. And then she had, you know, she was smiling. And then I carried on, got my bread, and then I was walking back. And she obviously went back to her table and got her phone. And she had her phone and she came up to me. And she's so cute, because obviously there's people from all over the world here. Right? It's such an iconic hotel. You've got, like, people from everywhere. And she came back with her phone, bless her, and she was just like, is this you? And she had my Instagram page open. And I was like, yeah. She was like, she couldn't speak English properly. And she was like, she just pointed to her eyes and she was like, I like your eye makeup. I think that's what she meant. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. And I was just like, are you here on vacation? And I don't think she was really getting what I was saying. So I was like, have an amazing stay. But it was so cute. I was just like, that's really nice. And it's little moments like that that, you know, it's so nice to see. So I'm just putting a bit of this blush on the back of my hand because I do want to add a little bit more. Like, don't ever be afraid to layer. Like, it's really a case of being strategic. I've applied most of it underneath, but I do want to add a bit more. So, blocking your view there. There you go. Okay, now this is where I'm going to set everything, right? So I've got my powder ready here, which is my Huda Beauty. I'm going to first get rid of some of the creasing. Got my powder puff. Right. Let's set this all. Now, because I'm setting this way, this is a big reason this lasts all day and is heat proof, right? And I'm going to show you how you can make it look less powdery in case you worry about that. But let me explain this. Setting it like this is going to ensure that it does not go anywhere, right? If you don't want any part of this coming off, especially if you're sunbathing, if you're at the pool, then this is the only way it's going to stay put if you're wearing a foundation. See that? Pressed it all in. Now, you're going to get your Real Techniques brush, nothing on here. You're going to dust away what's on your under eyes. Then, you're going to get a bigger brush and you're going to dust it everywhere else. If you worry about your foundation looking too heavy, get a setting spray or something hydrating like the Charlotte Tilbury one and spray it all over from afar, and that's going to stop it from looking powdery. So that's your little trick to keep it from looking powdery, but ultimately pressing it in is what's going to keep your makeup in place. So now I'm just going to sculpt my face a little bit. I've got my 200 brush and my Fenty Sunstalker in Private Island, and I'm just going to do my nose. There you go. Do you know, last night I had my whole birthday outfit that I wanted to wear, but because we were at the pool all day, I was so tired, because the heat makes you really tired, doesn't it? I was so tired, I just basically put my outfit on and took pictures in the room, and then put just my comfy black trousers and waistcoat on with my flats. And you know what? It was great. It's like, I don't have to dress up. I don't like that pressure of, it's my birthday, you should dress up. And then what I did when we were sitting for dinner, I was like, babe, I just want to show you what I was going to wear. And then I showed him. He was like, that is really nice. And I was like, yeah, now you know what I would have looked like, but I cannot be bothered with the whole thing. So, anyway, I am now going to use my Urban Decay Brow Blade. And I'm just doing little strokes. It's up to you how dark you want your brows, to be fair. Okay, so now what I do is I take my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and this is where I'm going to very lightly shape my brows. I don't like to use too much pen when I'm going outside. If I'm going to spend a lot of time in the heat, I keep the pen at a minimum, because the pen is more likely to run. The pencil is more likely to stay put. So I just use the pen just for little areas. Like you can still do little hair strokes with the pen. Yeah, last night I was just so tired. So at dinner, my mum and dad called, spoke to my mum and dad, and had an amazing dinner. Went to a Greek restaurant. Yeah, I went to a Greek restaurant. Had sea bass. It was like this whole sea bass that they salt crusted sea bass. Wow, it's so tasty. I've had it there before. We were just like, we wanted something light. And yeah, it was just amazing. Okay, so just gonna sculpt my face a bit. Get some bronzer in. I just take it around the perimeter of my face. My hair really needs washing, but I'm gonna have to do that later. Okay, so got my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Cheat. Let me just do this because I don't know if you remember me telling you, I don't know if I had it on the last video, but I got this awful spot on the peak of my, I've just got a tiny bit of concealer on the back of my hand, on the peak of my lip there, and it turned into the most horrendous spot. And now it's just kind of going. Powder, but it's really annoying. Okay, I just need extra water today. I can just tell I'm so like, my skin is not looking or feeling good. This is my Rare Beauty Lip Souffle. This is really running out. How awful does that look, that spot that I've got there? Oh, it's horrible. Oh my God. How annoying. Okay, anyway, let's curl the lashes. I haven't actually packed yet for the other hotel. It's really weird because obviously we're going into the other hotel, so I don't need to pack properly, but I also don't want to like just, I'm not one to shove everything in. This is my no it's not, it's my Dior Over Volume. I am really liking this mascara at the moment. So just put my mascara on. Can you hear the jet skis outside? I don't know if you can hear them. People have started. Wait till I show you some of the breakfast. I'll just get a little sneaky clip in to show you what the breakfast is like. I don't even think that's going to do it justice because it's just so big. So you won't really understand, but it's so big. This is my Makeup by Mario mascara. I just like using this on my lower lashes because it's just a smaller brush. Okay, so makeup is done. Let me just get changed very quickly. I'm going to show you what that looks like too, whatever I decide to wear. I might just put literally a linen shirt and shorts on. But let me do that and sort my hair out first. And then I'm going to take you around. Hey guys, so I've just got back from breakfast. I think I showed you some croissants and like all the parts of the breakfast area. I only showed you a very small part, but this is my makeup so far. I've not touched it. As you can see, everything's still intact. I obviously haven't, well, I have been outside for a little bit. I've been on the balcony to grab my swimsuit because I washed it yesterday and just wanted to have a look because it's so nice outside. So I have been outside a little bit, but not a lot. But I'm gonna just do a little bit of packing now and get ready, head down to the pool, and then I'll show you what everything looks like down there. But then also right at the end so you can really see how this is heat proof. So yeah, I'm gonna go pack a little bit now and see you in a bit.
As you can see, my makeup is still intact. Now, I'm not saying that this makeup stops you from sweating. Obviously, nature has to take its course. You're going to sweat. But what my point is your makeup doesn't run when you sweat. You can blot as normal and nothing will come off. You can probably see my upper lip is pretty sweaty right now because I've been out for hours, but it doesn't budge. My skin still looks flawless. All I would suggest is keeping a tissue with you to blot, and that's it. No makeup will come off.